I have so much respect for Josh, man. He's a true competitor, a true warrior, a great football player, and...
Okay. If you really respected him, Patrick, you'd let him win a game in the playoffs, wouldn't you? Liar. Sounds like an empty compliment to me, buddy.
Yeah, you can either get it done or you can't, and we didn't get it done.
Welcome to the real winners and losers of the NFL Conference Championship games. I'm tortured NFL fan Brandon Perna, and like all of you, I watched another nail-biter between the Bills and Chiefs where, with the game on the line, the Bills couldn't take care of business. The Eagles tore apart the Commanders' feel-good season with their talons, and Super Bowl 59 is another reminder the NFL is where feel-good stories go to die.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Yes, you can, Jesse.
You can't keep getting away with it!
And the sooner you make peace with that, the better your life will be. Now, before I reveal the real winners and losers, I've got the blop 10 plays from the weekend. 10 plays or moments so treacherous, Patrick Mahomes dreams about them at night. Blop 10, Tom Brady does not hate Nick Foles.
Nick, I don't hate you. I'm just jealous of you. You caught it, I didn't.
Jealous of him for what? Catching the pass that Tom couldn't in the Super Bowl? Or for what most guys are jealous of Nick Foles for? Big Dick Nick. Oh, Tom, you've seen it.
Fumbling problems over the course of his career. He's got very small hands.
Blop 9, Mac Hollins showed up dressed as Animal. Maybe if he dressed as an orange tiger with black stripes, they would have actually won the playoff game at Arrowhead. Blop 8, the Cowboys were taking strays at the tailgate. I honestly thought they were going to be chanting fuck Dan Snyder, who he learned absolutely hates watching his former team succeed. Poor guy. What did he ever do to have to endure this sort of torture? Blop 7, Jalen Carter's power punch knocked Tyler Biadiaz out of the game.
Carter? Oh, he didn't like that. Oh, God.
When Jalen retires, he's got a great future in power slap. Definitely not in any motorsports, but power slap. Blop 6.
Duval.
Blop 5. Jerry Jones saying this about hiring Brian Schottenheimer.
Now, I get my proverbial ass kicked over needing people in my comfort zone.
It's me, Jerry Jones.
This is as big a risk as you could take. As big a risk as you could take. No head coaching experience.
I'm taking a giant risk by hiring this idiot. This dumb fuck doesn't even know what he's doing.
Big a risk as you could take.
Look at this giant risk right here. He's a fucking moron, and I just hired him to be my head coach. What's riskier than that? It's me, Jerry Jones. Blop 4, the Commanders, leaping off sides 3 times in a row to introduce us to the palpably unfair play act.
If that foul is intentionally done again, it will be an unsportsmanlike conduct foul. Washington has been advised that at some point the referee can award a score if this type of behavior happens again.
Which says that the referees can award a touchdown to any given team based on their own discretion. And in an incredible twist of fate, it was not used for the Chiefs game. Now, I made a video about this play if you want to know a little bit more about it. Blop 3, we got Tom Brady talking about dick and butt. Landon Dickerson's butt.
The snaps aren't exactly perfect. He hits his own butt.
How funny would it be for Brady to get his first tampering charge for talking about another player's ass?
I've seen a butt fumble. I've seen a butt snap. It's happened a few times.
Blop 2, Travis Kelce ruined another song for me.
Just do a little dance. Make a little love.
Just kidding, I never liked Casey and the Sunshine Band. I guess Travis didn't get any of the singing genes from his girlfriend. I actually don't know how genetics work, or how sex works. Is singing transmitted? Blop 1, the fountain of blood. The Kansas City team lets flow freely through their streets. This feels rather tame for the Chiefs. Let me know when the fountain starts washing up the skulls of their vanquished opponents or starts pouring out of their elevators Kubrick style.
The fountain,
don't forget to subscribe to this football YouTube channel. We just crossed 702,000 subscribers. I appreciate your guys' support. And as we get to the offseason, I'm scared you're gonna go away. I'm also scared I'm gonna be punished by you. We have 5,055 signups at Underdog. That means you're 2,445 signups away from forcing me to attend the Chiefs three-peat parade if they do it. I will make a video of that horrific experience, but only if we hit 7,500 signups by then. But dear God, I am now legit scared this is going to happen. If you want to play Underdog, which provides daily fantasy and pick'em games, use my code ThatsGood to sign up. Over 5,000 of you have already done it. Thank you guys for making this season with Underdog freaking insane. I appreciate the support. Please, don't punish me. I don't want to go to the Chiefs victory parade. I don't. Speaking of punishment, here's some losing stats. The Chiefs made history, becoming the first NFL team to reach 5 Super Bowls in 6 seasons. Conversely, the Bills are the first team in NFL history to win a playoff game in 5 straight seasons, but not reach the Super Bowl in any of them. Wait, can I make that stat worse? Yes, I can. The Chiefs are the first team in NFL history to eliminate the same opponent from the playoffs 4 times in a 5-year span. I'm sorry, sir, but you do have cancer. Oh God, is it treatable? Normally yes, but unfortunately your cancer also contracted AIDS. My cancer has AIDS? Yes, that's what those two intertwined stats are like. How about we give our cancer AIDS liver failure too? Dating back to 1972, NFL teams that have scored 4 touchdowns and committed 0 turnovers in playoff games are 85-6. The Bills' last 2 playoff losses at Arrowhead are 2 of those 6. And now your liver failure has a hemorrhoid. In 9 matchups between the Chiefs and the Bills, Patrick Mahomes' team now has outscored Josh Allen's team 245-240. And now your hemorrhoid sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog wanking?
Maybe.
Now the Chiefs dominated the opening drive, similarly to how the Broncos started the game against the Bills a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately for the Bills, they did not score 31 unanswered points, and if they did, they still would have lost to the Chiefs by 1. Kareem Hunt capped KC's first drive by scoring his 6th touchdown in his 6th playoff game. We've talked a lot about Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley this year, right? As running backs who hit free agency, took cheap deals, and have been huge difference makers for their playoff teams. But how about Kareem Hunt, who was a free freaking agent to start the season? Never mind, I don't need to give the Kansas City Chiefs any more credit than they deserve. Losing doctors? Probably the ones who cleared Bills corner Christian Benford to play. Benford suffered a concussion on the final play against the Ravens, and he left this game with another concussion in the first quarter, which came a play after defending a great pass against Hollywood Brown. Now, I'm not a doctor, clearly, but I think the general medical consensus is your brain can't actually heal from a concussion in 7 days, unless it's like a super important game and your team really needs you. Benford left the game after his helmet collided with Damar Hamlin's Guardian Cap, proving Guardian Caps, much like seatbelts, cause more injuries than they do save lives. Patrick Mahomes fumbled the ball away while taking a sack. The ball was fumbled 5 times in this game, and the Bills somehow recovered all of those fumbles and still fucking lost. Uncool flaming hot shit indeed. Wait, uncool flaming hot shit.
Duval.
My only Mahomes play does go to Josh Allen, who actually recovered his own fumble while being sacked. I have no idea how he did that, but it was indeed cool shit. Josh Allen then hit Khalil Shakir on 3rd and 13. James, cool shit, Cook rushed for his 18th touchdown of the season to give the Bills a 10-7 lead. That was cool shit. But the lead was short-lived. Flaming hot shit. The Chiefs punched back, and Xavier Worthy drove into the end zone, which was somehow a revenge touchdown for Worthy. He was actually mad that the Bills let the Chiefs trade up and draft him? You've got a chip on your shoulder when the Super Bowl champion Chiefs trade up to draft you? What the hell? Do you know what a chip on your shoulder is, Xavier?
Hey man, I said it once. They skipped on me. That's their loss.
I guess you can have the revenge dagger. Oh, and Xavier, I hope you cut your fingers off with it. Winning animalistic catch, Mac Hollins, just an insane over-the-shoulder grab in the end zone, hauling in this FDR from Josh Allen. Now, the Bills couldn't convert the two-point play after. There were a couple things un-Zebra related that cost the Bills this game. Their QB sneak play was having issues. They converted 4 of 6 fourth downs, but the Chiefs figured out how to stop their quarterback sneak.
Did no one tell them what a tush push is? You fucking morons. You line up under center with 2 huge guys and you just push forward. You don't run like a sneak to the left.
And they kept fucking running it. That was one problem. The other is they just abandoned James Cook late in the game. James Cook, the only Nazi killer in the NFL, stiff-armed Nazi Johnson on this 33-yard rip. And if you think your Johnson is a Nazi, you just need to cut it off.
You go to Chicago? The division fucking rival?
Adolph Johnson.
Cook brought Buffalo back into this game. He scored one of the most impressive TDs of the weekend. Cool shit, James. He and Mac, cool shit, Hollins were the 2 most important skill players for the Bills. And in the fourth quarter, they kept giving the ball to, Ty Johnson. If your quarterback sneak is dicey and James Cook is averaging 6.5 yards per carry, let's just take him out of the game. Which is, flaming hot shit. No. My losing stop, the Chiefs, ruining my GD life on 4th and short, and Chris Jones intentionally blocking the replay angle we need. Losing spot, the play before the infamous 4th down spot was the real officiating crime. This catch by Dalton Kincaid looks like a first down, but they marked it short. That led to the Bills running a damn quarterback sneak again. Unfortunately, this ref who can't see where the ball is got to overrule this ref who could totally see where the ball was, and then this fucking ref who could see all of the angles upheld the spot, and the Chiefs scored a touchdown after getting that favorable call.
They had it easily over. They brought it back quite a bit.
Was that the only reason Buffalo lost? Of course not. But if you think so, why don't you go over to benchwarmershop.com and buy a bag of my coffee? Fuck the refs. It's a great bold cup of brew. And just know I am creating a war chest to dismantle the great reffing federation of the Football League. We also have our first ever flavored coffee, the Devil Magic. Pre-order to get your chocolate Irish cream. Devil Magic is now available on the site. Curtis Samuel gave the Bills a late touchdown to keep their hopes alive. And we got into a situation where I felt Josh Allen was poised to finally beat Mahomes in the playoffs. The Chiefs settled for a field goal. Buffalo's defense held. Buffalo also had timeouts and plenty of time to end the game with the touchdown. And instead, Josh Allen found himself staring at a 4th and 6. Steve Spagnuolo dialed up the winning blitz, catching poor Josh Allen by surprise. Josh hucks up a prayer. And since he is in Satan's literal home, Dalton Kincaid drops the pass. If Kincaid makes this catch, we're talking about an all-time throw by Joshy Allen in a clutch moment in a massive game. A possible curse-breaking miracle. Instead, the only miracle Bills fans get is Miracle Whip. And I'm not talking about mayonnaise. No, I'm talking about a whip named Miracle that they sell at Wegmans for Bills fans to flog themselves in shame every night. Watching the Chiefs beat the Bills the exact same way the Bills beat the Ravens last week is cruel, especially after Bills Mafia raised all that money for Mark Andrews' charity.
Duval.
Patrick Mahomes, you can have the winning game manager. Technically, you had 1 fewer passing yards than Jalen Hurts with 245, and Josh Allen threw 2 touchdowns to your 1 TD. I don't care if you rushed for 2 touchdowns, Patrick. Jalen Hurts rushed for 3. No quarterback really played like a game manager this week, if I'm honest, but since I'm a petty little baby bitch boy, suck on that game manager award, Mahomes. Suck on it. Suck on it until all your teeth are gone. No, I don't care if you've got the most playoff wins ever for a quarterback, and if you're only 29. Suck on it. My winning running back, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, for like the 100th time this year. He's that good, guys. The story of the NFC Championship game starts with Saquon Barkley and it ends with Will Shipley? Shoot, I thought that would have been Saquon. But Will Shipley came out in the end to close it out with 77 rushing yards on 4 attempts and a TD. But Saquon ripped a 60-yard touchdown on his very first carry of the game. Losing defense, the Commanders for letting the most obvious first touch ever go the distance. Saquon scored a touchdown on his second carry to give him an all-time amazing postseason stat line. 2 carries, 64 yards, 2 TDs. Saquon is the first player in NFL history to score at least 2 rushing TDs against the same opponent 3 times in one season. Saquon isn't just a runner either. He's an elite mover of men in pass protection. He's so good in pass pro, he's actually allowed to hold sometimes.
I don't think there's anything to think about. That was clearly a hold and should have been called. Wow.
Now, Philly grounded and pounded 7 rushing touchdowns in this game, shattering the record of 5 rushing touchdowns as the most in a championship game. Barkley had 3. Jalen Hurts had 3. And yes, closer Will Shipley got 1. Now, Barkley trails Terrell Davis by just 30 yards for the most rushing yards in a season. And in a weird twist of fate, if Saquon Barkley doesn't break one of my favorite running backs' records, it's because the team I hate the most stopped him. Oh no. Here's another losing stat. The Eagles, with their 7 rushing TDs in the NFC Championship game, are more rushing touchdowns than the Cowboys had all season.
Now I get my proverbial ass kicked.
Looks like you got your real ass kicked too, huh, Jerry? The Eagles put up 55 on the Commanders. Most ever in a conference championship game. Washington did put up an admirable fight for most of the game, even though their turnovers were killing them. They weren't completely out of this game until Philly dropped 21 unanswered in the fourth quarter, thanks in part to Quinyon Mitchell grabbing Jayden Daniels' lone interception of the entire postseason. Quinyon Mitchell, by the way, allowed just 2 catches for 10 yards while seeing 7 targets in this game. He's allowed a passer rating of 2.8 this postseason. So yeah, he's my winning rookie today. Sorry, Jayden. Now that was a desperation throw late by Jayden, just trying to make something happen. The game was already gone. Until then, though, he was the victim of the Joe Burrow Award because no matter what he did, his teammates let him down. The Commanders had 3 fumbles that all led to Eagles touchdowns, none of which were Jayden's fault. Jayden Daniels did break Russell Wilson's rookie record for most passing yards in the postseason. Also getting the Joe Burrow Award is Commanders punter Tress Way, who completed a fake punt, all for nothing. Tress Way, the Jayden Daniels of punters, many say. My winning defenders, 2 guys. We got to go with Eagles linebackers Zach Bond and Oren Burks. Bond led the team in tackles. He punched out that first ball, causing the first fumble, knocking it right out of De'Ami Brown's hands. And then he recovered the fumble that, yes, Oren Burks punched out later in the game. Burks and Bond have forced 4 fumbles just in this postseason.
He's got very small hands.
Burks also had a sack in this game, and Jayden Daniels has been nearly impossible to sack this postseason. Oren Burks can also get my Next Man Up award. He hasn't just filled in for the injured Nakobe Dean, he's maybe been more impactful. My winning quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who became the first QB to return to the Super Bowl after losing in his Super Bowl debut. He joins Jim Kelly. Oh, God, no, not Jim Kelly. No, that can't be a good sign. Oh, fuck, no, Jalen. Not the Jim Kelly trajectory. Anyway, Hurts was very good. 3 touchdowns on 16 rushing yards. I wonder how those went in. Was any pushing involved? 246 passing yards, an easy TD pass to A.J. Brown that Hurts made look difficult. Respect. He was better than Mahomes, and if you don't agree with me, fuck you. You clearly hate this country. Now, did a white corner get an interception? No, but Cooper DeJean saved a touchdown on 3rd down, and Cooper could become the first ever white corner to get a pick in the Super Bowl. That's the history we want to see, isn't it, Coop?
Duval.
And my winning receiver, I'm giving it to Zach Ertz. It's meaningless in a loss, I know, Zach. Beat by your former team. You were shanked with the betrayal dagger. It's like the revenge dagger, but it stings more as it's coated in regret. You were the only ball catcher with over 100 yards. You hauled in 11 grabs, and it didn't mean anything. Ah, fuck. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. The real winners and losers of the championship games. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube and sign up at Underdog with my code That's Good. Especially if you want to see me have the worst day of my life.